to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, so we decided to make a public service announcement for Mr. Eversole to kind of help the freshmen out. I guess to decide to help them realize that you definitely should not screw up your freshman year and take advantage of the opportunities you have, because not doing that would totally screw everything up.
But not just freshmen though.
Well, I mean all of
Anybody
them.
that's not upperclassmen, so freshmen, sophomore, sometimes
Yeah.
juniors, depending on what your credit standing is.
Yeah, but freshman is where it all starts, so you should definitely make sure that you have classes that challenge you. You shouldn't take easy classes unless you have slots to fill, but definitely try your hardest.
Yeah, you don't want to fool around like I did. I wasted, I don't know, 3.5 years of my life of high school just trying to slide by doing nothing, which put me in a situation where I'm still struggling to get my credits, and I'm about to take my exams, and some of my exams tell me if I can graduate or not, which is not where you want to be when you're in your senior year. The last thing you want to be doing is worrying about an exam grade. You should be having fun by the last 9 weeks of your senior year. And to do that, you need to buckle down your freshman to junior year and get all your credits that you can. So that way your senior year, all you have to do is get your econ and government credits and be done with your high school career.
Exactly. You should pretty much have all your credits by the time you reach your senior year. You should already know what you're going to do with your life. I think you should know what college you want to go to, have the applications all filled out, and fill out as many scholarships as possible. Need as much money as you can get to go to college.
Yeah, if you're not the smartest kid ever, it doesn't really matter.
No.
Because you still have your pride and your passion of just to graduate and get through this, so that way you can start your career, because not is everything book work or anything like that. This is just gearing you up to become a citizen in the world and actually have a chance to make it through life with a good standing and actually have a good amount of money instead of just being a worker at McDonald's or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. Basically it's all about just don't take the easy way out. The easy way out screws up everything. And definitely turn in your homework, take notes, all that stuff. And make sure you have fun. It should be fun. You shouldn't have to be constantly worrying about homework last minute, or like you said with the exams, if your exams are going to guarantee whether or not you pass. I mean, you should definitely study for them and do well on them, but they shouldn't be enough to make you feel like you're going to have a heart attack or a panic attack before you actually take them. So.
But don't have too much fun, because that can get you in trouble, because I had probably more fun than I should have throughout high school. I didn't really do any work, but I always made sure I had fun in high school, which probably ended up screwing me more than helped me. But you don't want to have too serious of a lifestyle, because then you're going to be stressing about everything, and that's not good to do when you're still in high school. That's something you do when you get 25, 30 years old and you actually have bills instead of this high school homework to do.
Yeah, and definitely appreciate your teachers. They work their butts off to make sure that you get the education that you need and deserve, and they deserve to be respected, and being respected is to do your homework and to be there as much as possible and to do everything possible to be the best you can be academically and otherwise.
Yeah, you definitely want to give all the respect you can, because if you give respect, you earn respect.
Exactly.
And once you have respect, you can never really lose it unless you completely do something to mess that up. And I always took the teacher for granted. I always say like, oh, they really didn't help me or do anything for me. But looking back on it now, I have not much time of high school left. They actually, without them, I wouldn't have graduated, because most of the time when I didn't do my homework, I actually learned from them, which I know sounds surprising, because most of the time you're looking at a teacher like, what do they do for me? But if you actually pay attention enough in class, you'll actually learn what you need to learn to be able to pass your tests and do well in class.
Exactly. It's basically, and Mr. Eversole is an awesome teacher. He's hilarious, and I've loved having him all year long. I don't think he's going to miss me much when I leave, because I ask so many questions and torment him to death,
yeah.
but...
There's no way he's missing me. There's no way.
Well, it's best to ask as many questions as possible, though, to make sure you understand. And even if they seem annoyed, who cares? As long as you As long as you understand the full concept of everything,
Definitely,
that's the
because
most important.
knowledge is definitely power. Because if
Yes.
you don't know what you're doing, you're definitely screwed, really. Like, you don't have a chance in the world if you don't know at least what you're talking about. If you're going to talk about something, at least know what you are talking about.
Exactly.
Don't just wing it, because that's what I did, and winging it's definitely not the way to go. Sometimes it works, but it's better to know what you're talking about rather than just, oh, hey, I can just guess and be with it, because that's not really a productive way to get through high school, or anything, really.
And even if you don't make the honor roll every time, if you just try your hardest, that's best. That's the best way to go. It doesn't matter if you're not the smartest kid in the class or you graduate being valedictorian. As long as you tried your hardest and you know that what you gave was the best, it doesn't matter what. As long as it's not failing, of course, and you won't be failing if you did your best. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I know algebra too. Math period has always been one of my weaknesses. I hate math. I'm not good at it at all. But if you try your hardest, you can definitely get at least a B- or a C+ average. And I'm not encouraging that. I'm just saying, try your hardest.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to, like, say that I'm, like, the smartest, but I get D- and D's, but if I actually tried and did my homework and did my test to my abilities, I could be like a B+, A- student, but that's exactly why you want to do your homework and actually want to do good in school and want to pass, because if you don't and you end up like me in a situation where you need those final last second credits, you're going to have a stressful senior year. And my senior year, I can be honest, it's not very fun because I'm struggling to get my credits because I didn't pull through it until like halfway through the year, like, oh man, I actually need to graduate instead of come back here for another year. I mean, Graham's not the best place to be for 5 years.
No. Yeah. The whole point of it is don't just like see what's right in front of you now. You need to see the whole road ahead. Because everything you do now does have effect on you later. Even if you're just coming into high school, it will have effect on you. It doesn't, I don't know, everything you do in high school has effect on the rest of your life. So it doesn't matter if you're freshman year, all the way till your freshman year in college. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just keep your head out of your butt, basically, and do your best. That's the
But
best.
don't get down on yourself, though, because it's
Yeah.
really not. I mean, if you fail a test, don't like be
Beat
like,
yourself
oh,
up.
it's over, because you still have
3
more
years.
years,
Yeah.
3 more 9 weeks if it's a first 9-week test. You have plenty of more tests. There's gotta be at least one test a month.
Yeah, and there may be things you're not good at. Like I said, I am not good at math whatsoever. But as long as you apply yourself, that's all your teachers want. It's all your parents want, is as long as you're applying yourself.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
I really hope whoever
Sees
watches
this.
this actually takes this to like heart, because I mean, I know if I was a freshman coming in or a sophomore coming in and watching this, there's some of you like they're gonna be like me and be like, oh, whatever, that's just a bunch of hot air. But I'm telling you now, it's something that you actually want to do and to be able to better yourself. Because if you don't do it now, you're gonna be kicking yourself in the butt senior year to try to get those credits.
Yes. And your senior year, like you said earlier, it should be fun. It shouldn't be about stressing nonstop and worrying if you actually make it, if you'll be able to graduate. It should be about making those last few memories with your friends since kindergarten, or your friends like me since sophomore year. I don't know. You should relax your senior year. Your senior year should be fun. And even if you do have some hard classes, it should be easier than the rest because you know that you've got yourself all prepared. Like your junior year, you should definitely take your ACT and do your best on your OGT your sophomore year, and make sure that you start filling out college applications your junior year. Just get prepared. That's the whole thing. Just be prepared to graduate.
Never hurts
right
to
when
be
you start
over
out.
prepared.
Exactly. I wish I'd have been more prepared. I definitely feel like I'm going unprepared out into the world, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, you'll be good if you buckle down and do it. You'll be good. So that's
Yeah.
all I have to say about it.
I agree. So good luck.
Have
Be
fun.
good. And have fun.
Make sure you
Yes.
have fun.
And do the best you can. The end.
Let's go.